What's up, y'all? It's Movie Guy, and I'm back with day 29 of the 31 Days of Horror. Today, I want to review a movie I stumbled upon on Netflix. I checked out its rating. It was pretty good, so I decided to give it a watch. It is called Green Room, made in, I think, 2016. I really liked the cast. The movie was a little bit of a disappointment, but still pretty good, and I'll let you know about it in this review. So for those who have forgotten, this is how it works. First I give you a synopsis of the movie, then I give you a spoiler-free review of the movie, and finally I give you my honest rating and my honest recommendation. So let's jump in. The synopsis for Green Room reads: a punk rock band is forced to fight for survival after witnessing a murder at a neo-Nazi skinhead bar. Okay, so the synopsis literally sums it up. They see a murder, get locked in a room, they try to escape. Simple as that. Start with the cast. It stars Anton Yelchin. May you rest in peace. I love him. I saw him first back in Alpha Dog, and then I've seen a few films with him, obviously since then, and I've always loved his work. So I really liked him in this movie. Patrick Stewart. Obviously, if you've seen Star Trek or the X-Men movies, he was in it. He was good, but his role wasn't huge, so I can't really rave about him. And Aliyah Shawat, I think her name is. I've seen her in other things. I don't know, can't remember from what. But other than that, the cast to me was mainly no name, but I liked their portrayals, their work. I thought they were very good in conveying the emotions of their situation. So I have no complaints really with the acting. In terms of the plot, the idea is not crazy original. Obviously, there's been many things done like this before. Hell, you could even look at something like Saw in a sense. However, it was done well. The cinematography was really good in this movie, and I really liked that there was high levels of thrill and suspense in it. Didn't rely on a lot of jump scares. There was a couple, obviously, there's going to be some in a horror thriller type movie, but what I really liked about this movie was it had a real element to the plot, and I mean that it really portrayed how people would act in this situation, even from how people were dying to the character's own behaviors of them trying to escape, them trying to, maybe trust this person or not trust that person. I like that it was very realistic. A lot of days, horror movies and movies just in general, they stray so far away from being realistic that sometimes we're like, this is just stupid. But this one really had a real sense of realism in it. So it made everything seem a lot better, and the stakes seemed a lot higher because you're like, damn, this could actually happen. So I really like that aspect of it. It felt like, to me, it started off a little slow. I didn't really like that aspect of it. I understand the purpose, but it just felt really, really slow and really, really boring at the start. It could have been amped up a little bit, but not a huge, huge complaint for me. The ending was, I guess, good enough. I'm not going to say it was the greatest thing, but it wrapped it all up. This movie does have some good scenes of violence, so if you like that, you're gonna like this. There's a couple scenes that you're gonna not want to look at all, but it wouldn't be a horror movie if it didn't do that. Now, IMDb gave this movie a 7.0. I honestly cannot give it a 7. I'm going to give it around a 6.5 to a 6.6. I feel like it started off really slow. It was necessary, but it just felt really slow to me. I don't feel like the tension was up to the level of everyone else that was raving about this movie. Obviously, the situation was real. It had some good visceral thrills, and some of the visuals were great, but it didn't feel that dire and suspenseful and fearful to me that I've seen in other movies, especially other horror movies and other horror thriller type movies. So I didn't really like that aspect, and I wasn't really crazy for the ending. And honestly, although the plot was executed well, wasn't that crazy original, and it was just, some of the scenes were just okay, why the hell are they acting like this? So that's why I'd give it a 6.5 or 6.6. However, if you haven't seen this film, I recommend you to go out and watch it. It's got some decent actors in it, some dope visuals, and the way it was written, it has a realistic feel to it, especially in regards to human nature and how people act, and in regards to the violence that you do see, it does seem realistic. So if you like that, I think you'll appreciate this type of film. However, if you don't really like it, it is not the greatest horror thriller I've seen. Definitely better ones. So proceed with caution when thinking about watching this movie. That's it for this review. I'm the Honest Movie Guy. Make sure to like and subscribe below, and tune in to more videos for the 31 Days of Horror.